Yes, hello guys, and welcome to Real Reds Talk. Thank you for joining me. As you can see, the title of the show today is Top 4 Still On, and it's a question I'm putting to you lot. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If we're being honest, as United fans, it's not because we've put an excellent run of games together and every player's giving 110%. It's because other teams around us, like Arsenal and Tottenham, are repeating their behaviour that they're associated with, and that is them being absolute bottle jobs. Obviously, Tottenham losing 1-0 to Brighton, which I actually put, I think I put a tenner on Brighton in the 70th minute. I could just see him nicking it. And Trossard went and scored a really good goal for them and won 1-0. And then Arsenal lost 1-0 to Southampton as well. Maybe they should have got a draw out of that game. The keeper made quite a few good saves, but nevertheless, they bottled it. And by no means am I saying Manchester United haven't bottled anything, because, you know, we have been absolutely awful this season. The difference is with us, we have Cristiano Ronaldo, 37 years old in the Premier League, scored 2 hat-tricks in our past 2 Premier League wins, pulled us out of the shit. Both hat-tricks, by the way, had an absolute worldie of a goal involved, so it wasn't just like it was free tap-ins. He currently sits 3rd in the top goal scorers on 15 goals in the Premier League and into double figures in all competitions in a shit United team. So you have to put some respect on the guy's name. Leo Messi scored 3 goals this season in an Uber Eats league in a team that's far superior to us in terms of quality. So you have to admire what Ronaldo is doing. The guy is just... I'm running out of words to describe him. You know, he's an enigma. He's the GOAT. He's the best. He's phenomenal, isn't it? Absolutely phenomenal. I'm running out of words for the guy. In terms of the game itself, we thought for the first 40 minutes it was a straightforward game. We were 2-0 up. Ronaldo scores a tap-in and a header from a corner, and we're thinking this could be 3-4-0 here. There was a few warnings from Norwich. David De Gea made a really good save from Timu Puke, where he went to dink it over it and it just sort of hit his side of his ribs. So that kept it, well, didn't keep us in it. But, you know, if Norwich scored that first goal, it's a completely different game. They wasn't clinical at all. And it looked like the 3 points, we were going to take the 3 points. I was say home then, but we're already at Old Trafford. But yeah, we were going to take the 3 points with us. Then Norwich get one back. Diego Dallo gets beaten far too easy on the left-hand side, and Elanga doesn't track his man. They get a cross into the box, and Dowell, I think it is, who scores a header right before half-time. Game on. United fans are thinking, fuck's sake, where's this going to go now? The second half starts, you think, you know, you have a talk with the lads, you say, go back out there, dominate the game. It's Norwich, the bottom of the table. You know, just go out there and do your job, see the game out, be professional. The second half starts. 7 minutes in, they get a transition. A player occupies a space where Pogba should have been, but because he's not a natural DM, he was advanced further up the pitch, which left space. Then they play it in behind because Tele's positional there is way too far up the pitch. So Pukki occupies that space, gets in behind, gets the equaliser. Now we're sat there as United fans thinking, for fuck's sake, surely not. I know we've been awful this season, but if we get beat off Norwich, or if we was to get beat off Norwich, who are bottom of the table, minus 40 goal difference, and by this point have scored 25% of their goals all season at Old Trafford, it would be an absolute disaster. They get another chance with Rashiko on the edge of the box, where David De Gea makes another world-class stop. It's edgy, it's going back and forth, and we get a free kick in the 75th minute. Who steps over it? Cristiano Ronaldo himself. Takes the ball, blows his cheek, gives it a... This is a serious moment. And if I'm being completely honest, me and Sam were sat there watching him step up for it. Juan Mata was stood over it as well. And me personally, I was thinking Juan Mata would be better for this. It's a better angle for him. It's on the right-hand side for a left footer. Let Mata have it. But obviously, Ronaldo being Ronaldo, he's never going to let that happen. And he took it upon himself to take it. Now, the reason why I'm saying he's going to hit the wall or it's going to go over, like, we know we've watched that many free kicks with him. Same thing with Rashford. The odd time they can hit a worldie of a free kick. Ronaldo did it in, I don't know if it's the World Cup or Euros against Spain. Scored a hat-trick, and then one of them was a free kick. So he can do it when it really matters, but 9 times out of 10, he either skies it or hits the wall. So, but this time he rifled a shot into the opposition corner. Tim Krul gets a hand on it, and it's too much for him, and we win the game 3-2. The moral of the story is, without David De Gea and Cristiano Ronaldo, we really would be sitting probably 10th in the league this season. And look, I've criticised Ronaldo previously before. I thought in December and January in particular, he didn't really look like himself. We had no other striker. He was missing massive chances, so of course he was frustrating me, but he scored a massive goal for us, and that's a lot more that can be said for the rest of the team. And he's done this he did it in the Champions League, especially in the group stages, so many last-minute winners. He scored a hat-trick against Tottenham, where we won 3-2. We would have lost more points in that game, and a hat-trick yesterday, which is very important in terms of the fight is still on for top 4. So, yeah, I thought the wing-backs yesterday, probably the worst performance defensively. It was all over the place. They lacked discipline before the game. I saw the team line up and I had Bruno, Pogba, Lingard in midfield, and I just thought there's definitely going to be goals in this. There's no way near enough discipline in this team. And if Norwich have a transition, we have no recovery pace to pull us out of shit. Like England in the World Cup, Kyle Walker was, perfect for that, because if we ever had a counter attack, he had that blistering pace where he'd always recover. We had a back line yesterday, Dalot, Telles, Maguire and Lindelof, which is slow as fuck. Then we had Pogba as a DM, who was he's all right when he gets going, but in terms of acceleration, he's very slow. So that's what worried me straight away as soon as I saw it. I think the forward line have great individual talent and a nice blend of youth and experience, but it lacks cohesion, in my opinion. And maybe a pre-season under the belt with Ten Hag working with him, and that could look more promising, but there's too many holes in this team for me in general. There's no partnerships. We're chopping and changing constantly, and that's why top 4 for me is still an absolute mountain to climb. We've got Liverpool on Tuesday at Anfield, which is arguably the toughest fixture in the league at the moment. They've just literally knocked the champions out of the FA Cup and they're going into the final. Absolutely flying in the Champions League and the Premier League, and they could legit do a treble or a quad this season, and I'm being deadly serious. Deadly serious. So yes, I take the 3 points and we move, but if you're identifying the past 5 performances from Manchester United, win, lose or draw, we do not deserve top 4 at all. We really don't deserve it. And maybe the other teams don't, people could say that, but I feel like, I actually think it would be better for the club if we didn't get it, and it might give some players a kick up the arse that they need, whether that's out of the club or just in the dressing room, because we're really not putting in. Like, there's so many individual performances that I'm worried about, and I'm just thinking, as a manager, if you're going to come in, where'd you go with that team? Do you know what I mean? What do you do with it? There's so many holes. There's so many things to address. It's just, I'm feeling lost with this team. There's no identity at all. We're absolutely lacking any sort of, just sheer brute and 110% blood, sweat, tears, what you associate with Manchester United. You're wearing that badge. You should be absolutely, it's the top 3 biggest clubs in the world. And they're playing like, it's no disrespect, but like Rotherham in League 2 or League 3, whatever it is. Like, it just doesn't feel special when you watch us anymore. It just feels like you know what's going to happen. It's just a disappointment. So very depressing. And there's a few things I want to touch on as well before I head off. I know there was a situation with Pogba yesterday where he was getting booed out of the stadium. I said when Marcus Rashford got subbed off in that Villa game, and I'll never support that. I think we should always try to support our players in general. And the fact that I just think that when Pogba did that, in that the Mourinho-esque style didn't help the situation, and it was always going to fire fans up, especially the ones who already have an agenda against Pogba. So that didn't help. It's toxic. We know he wants to leave. He was put in a position where he doesn't like to play. And that's just a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. Marcus Rashford probably broke the record for the worst cameo appearance as a sub ever. He had 7 dribbles, 0 unsuccessful, 70% pass accuracy, 1 out of 6 crown jewels won, and lost possession 10 times. And he was on for about 20 minutes or something, I think. So yeah, serious issues at this club. And Ten Hag isn't going to come in and wave a massive wand and make everything better. We could have like 10 players that leave this summer. The recruitment's going to have to be spot on. We're going to have to give the new players that come in time to gel and get used to the league. The situation upstairs really needs sorting. They need to allow Rangnick and Ten Hag working closely in order to make big calls, because as the fans were, repeatedly chatting yesterday, some of these players are simply not fit enough to wear the badge. simply not fit, and it needs a massive culture reset. There's so many divides and cliques, and I'd love to, can you imagine if we did an all or nothing this year like Tottenham did? It would get massive views, because some of the shit that we've seen leaking out in the press, I believe some of it's true, and I believe that there would have been massive arguments in that dressing room and people calling each other out, Ronaldo, Maguire going at it. You've got loads of, like I said, cliques and stuff. So yeah, what I'd give to be a fly on the wall in that dressing room. Madness. But yeah, we move Liverpool on Tuesday, and as United fans, we're sat there thinking we'll probably be happy if we don't get slapped 5-0. That's the position that we're in. We'll probably try to play a back nine and cling on for dear life, but I'll save my thoughts for that game on the preview tomorrow. So yeah, I just wanted to give my little 10-minute, 15-minute thoughts on the game. I know we did an Insta live after it, but yeah, I thought it was more to get off the chest than I actually said. So a 10-15 minutes clip, a 10-15-minute clip is perfect for that. So to everybody watching, thank you so much for spending your time listening to me rant. This channel is growing by the day, and it's only because of you lot who are subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing everything. So for that, we're going to run a competition to give something back and just to say thank you. More on that in the coming days. So as I said before, the Liverpool preview will be out tomorrow. Match day on Tuesday with a new show as well in the morning. A new show on Wednesday where we give a voice to the fans and the viewers, and they can send in a minute clip of them ranting about anything to do with Manchester United. And yeah, the lads will speak on that, whatever it is you send in. Also, yeah, if you head over to our Instagram and have a look at, constant news running on there, transfer rumours. We do the odd occasional live on there. We've got clips on TikTok that you can head over to. So we take the best bits from the clips on YouTube, post it on there if you're a fan of the shorter clips, because I know some people are. We've got a Twitter running on there with constant news updates and clips. So yeah, all over social media. If you just type in Real Reds Talk on anywhere, you should find us. Back to the schedule. So Thursday we've got the regular Statman and Robin as always on, and then on Friday we'll have the Arsenal preview with the presser comments as well, Rangnick's press conference, and then match day on Saturday. So a huge week for Manchester United and Real Reds Talk, and we hope to see you there with us every step of the way. Thank you for watching. My name's Nick. Is top 4 still on? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll chat to you later, and I'll see you in a bit. Thank you.